This morning we learned how a surge in holiday travel might impact a COVID-19 increase in the inland Northwest.
We certainly don't need more housing insecurity.
Plus, the moratorium on evictions is almost up here in Washington state. How renters and landlords are being protected.
Snow moves into the inland Northwest this morning. I'm going to let you know when it arrives, how much we get, and how long it sticks around.
Coffee is my passion.
And a coffee shop in Portland is finding a new way to stay open during the pandemic. How they continue to serve drinks contact-free.
Up with KREM starts right now with Jen York, Joshua Robinson, Jeremy Legoo, and Dana Marie McNichol.
8:01 now. We'll grab your laptop and maybe your credit card. The holiday shopping season is now in full swing. Today is Cyber Monday. And this morning we want to know, where will you be doing your holiday shopping? Did you go in person Friday? Was there a great small business you went to on Saturday? And where will you be online shopping today? You can text us at 509-448-2000. We did, though, have one viewer write in this morning saying they are making Christmas gifts this year because it's just more special when it comes from the hands and the heart.
Jen, I need you to remind me when I get in to put in my phone that I need to make a gift for someone. I can't say it because if they're watching, I'm done for. But I just had a great gift idea because of that inspirational text.
Yeah, and it's true. I mean, if you know someone had put in the effort to make something homemade they thought of specially for you, I mean, nothing can top that.
I know. I was thinking about it and I was like, it's somewhat easy and it's an incredibly cool gift, so I am super excited.
Well, I can't wait to hear what it is, Jeremy.
I'll tell you when I get it. I can't say it on TV because that person might be watching and I'd be done for. But what I can say on TV is that snow is making its way into the inland Northwest, really coming down in the Cascades. Snoqualmie, whew, looking snowy, and you're picking up about a half a foot by the time it comes to an end. I'm looking at the sky. Off to the east, I can see some breaks. Off to the west, it looks a bit thicker, and down to the south, I can definitely see snow starting to come down. The sky has a different look to it. As meteorologists, we love looking at it and going, ooh, what does this mean? What does that mean? This is a little bit of hanging moisture. Off in the distance, not so much when it comes to it. So looking around, oh, well, I can just tell you. Sun up in Sandpoint early on this morning. A mix of clouds and sun in Coeur d'Alene. Here in town, it's all about the clouds and temperatures starting to rise just a bit. My breath, not quite as visible as it was, say, an hour ago. And then as you get out west, it's all about the snow coming down. We are going to see wind pick up as that storm works its way in, so expect a breezy afternoon. But here's the snow already working its way in. The cold front advancing through central Washington. South of I-90 right now, you're looking at a rain-snow mix. North of it, it's snow. And if you just draw that line straight from central Washington right on through, that's about where that rain-snow line stays. Here in Spokane, snow starts about 8:30, a little bit closer to 9, and then continues right on through about 10:30, 11, starts winding down as we get into the afternoon. But with temperatures climbing later today, we're up near 40 degrees. That means that if you don't have snow on the ground now, you're not going to by the time you head home from work later on tonight. Jen?
All right, Jeremy, thank you so much. Yeah, warming up to a toasty 31 degrees now. When we started this morning, it was 27. So he's going to come back inside and warm up now. 8:04 now. Well, this morning, many people are headed back to work after a long holiday weekend. People were urged to stay home, but many Americans still made the trip to see family for Thanksgiving. Brandon T. Jones joins us this morning to tell us how this could impact Spokane here in the upcoming weeks. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, Jen. Health experts are concerned those travels may only make the situation with the coronavirus worse over the next few weeks. I'm here at the Spokane Regional Health District because we're expected to see an increase in positive cases as well as many other cities across the country. According to the health district, 4 previous holidays have seen the average of an 83% increase in cases. Hospitalizations are already at record highs in 33 states, Washington being one of them. And now Dr. Anthony Fauci warns there could be a surge upon another surge this holiday season.
We may see a surge upon a surge. You know, we don't want to frighten people, but that's just the reality. We said that these things would happen as we got into the cold weather and as we began traveling, and they've happened. It's going to happen again. So I cannot see all of a sudden a relaxation of the kinds of recommendations or restrictions, because we're getting into colder weather and in an even larger holiday season as people travel to come back and forth for Christmas.
Dr. Fauci doesn't see any of the restrictions letting up by the time Christmas rolls around. Officials with the White House Coronavirus Task Force say everyone who traveled should get tested. They say if you traveled, you should assume that you're infected and try to quarantine. In California, Oregon, and Washington, all of the governors have recommended that if you do travel, to quarantine for 14 days. Live from the Health District, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Brandon, thank you so much for that report. 8:06 now, and time for your morning rush. More news in less time. A protest is set today in Seattle in front of Amazon. Congress of Essential Workers is calling for a tax on billionaires and demanding Amazon pay its fair share. The group also wants a payroll tax on other large companies as well. They say it could fund coronavirus relief in the region. The group says revenue could also support affordable housing and invest in marginalized communities. While not wanting to be overwhelmed with eviction cases, Washington courts are now trying a new method to help resolve issues between tenants and landlords.
We certainly don't need more housing insecurity in the moment of uncertainty during this pandemic.
Governor Jay Inslee's statewide eviction moratorium expires at the end of the year. And now Washington is launching the Eviction Resolution program. It's to avoid a wave of evictions in January. The program serves as mediation between a tenant facing eviction and landlords. It is specific only to non-payment issues due to the pandemic. If you want to learn more about that program, we'll have more information coming up in our next half hour. In the meantime, let's take a look at what's trending this morning. Online sales on Black Friday hit a record high. Adobe Analytics estimates consumers spent $9 billion. That is a 22% increase from last year. And today is Cyber Monday. It's also expected to be the biggest online sales day in U.S. history. So this morning, we want to know, where will you be doing your holiday shopping? You can text us at 509-448-2000. And this morning, we do have a few tips to avoid those porch pirates for all that online shopping. If you live in an apartment, have your mail delivered to the front office. Most complexes will notify you when they arrive. You can also deliver them to work or with a trusted friend or family member. Shoppers can also hold packages at USPS, FedEx and UPS for pickup. You can also request signature confirmation upon delivery. You can also deliver to a secure locker. Amazon and UPS both have several locations spread throughout Spokane. Makes it very easy, Jeremy. So I haven't been able to use one of those, lock boxes where you go and pick it up yourself, but I know that there's plenty spread out across our area. So obviously they're popular.
Yeah, totally. And they work really well. I have actually used one in the past, and I was actually just on my phone writing down that note that I told you I had to remember. I was like, I need to remember this and I will quickly forget it. So had to do that. But yeah, those lock boxes work amazingly well. And it's so cool when you go up and you just do it and it unlocks and you're like, I have the key to everything.
It's all very exciting, and all ways to avoid getting those packages stolen off your front porch. I know that's an issue, especially this time of year. So yeah, very easy ways to combat that.
Oh, absolutely. And any way we can, let's do it.
All right, Jeremy, love it. 8:09 now. COVID-19 restrictions are closing doors once again, but after the break, a pop-up idea keeping restaurants alive.
And we talked about it already, the snow working its way in. We're going to time it out, let you know how much it gets, and let you know what's to come later on this week.
Try my spicy, really big chicken sandwich with bacon.
What makes it spicy?
The spice.
What makes it really big?
Adding extra patties for $1 each.
What makes it with bacon?
All right, come on, man. Try my spicy, really big chicken sandwich combo. Only at Jack in the Box.
Every season is the best season at Tri-State Outfitters. Come discover our supreme selection of world-class gear, clothing, and footwear, chosen with the Northwest in mind, and presented with helpful, knowledgeable service. Indulge your passion for the outdoors thanks to our best price guarantee with options for every budget. Enhance your adventures with our rental and demo gear. There's always something in season at Tri-State Outfitters, Coeur d'Alene, Moscow, and Moses Lake.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Looks like a great day for achy, burning eyes.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Ha! These drops probably won't touch me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief.
Oh.
Xiidra is the only FDA-approved treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye, twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Talk to an eye doctor about twice daily Xiidra.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
There's a new way to help stop the spread of COVID-19. You can wear a mask, physically distance, keep groups small, and take your phone with you. Wait, what?
Like a wall in your house. Instead of doing wallpaper,
because your phone could tell you if you've been near someone who later tests positive for COVID-19. Like that person you were stuck in line with last Thursday. It's completely private. It doesn't know who you are or where you go, but it can help stop the spread. Add WA Notify to your phone.
Fairlife is milk that gives you more. It's ultra filtered for 50% more protein and 50% less sugar. This holiday, bring more to the table with Fairlife ultra filtered milk.
Oh, would you look at that? It's my spicy really big chicken sandwich with bacon. You can get the double or stack it up with extra patties for just $1 each. Now that's a sandwich that packs a kick. Like the subwoofers on my new surround sound. Nice! Only at Jack in the Box.
You're watching Up with KREM.
8:12 now. Welcome back. Well, restaurants are facing another round of potentially detrimental COVID-19 restrictions. Some, though, are now using heated outdoor seating areas to make up for the lack of indoor dining. We talked to one restaurant owner to ask if it's helping.
Prohibition Gastropub in Spokane just switched management in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic.
It is pretty crazy. It's definitely ambitious, but you know, we go forth with a positive attitude and hope for the best.
On top of dealing with that change just 2 months ago, the pub is now facing the newest round of pandemic restrictions.
Restaurants are definitely hurting.
Prohibition Gastropub has one saving grace, though.
We're really blessed at the Prohibition because we have the back patio. Not a lot of restaurants do.
But with the winter months bringing cold weather, it was much harder to make outdoor seating work. The city of Spokane said over the summer, over a dozen restaurants applied for outdoor seating on sidewalk areas. None took advantage of the streetery program, though. But now that winter is here, the city said the fire department is the one that actually has to approve the safety of these new heated patios. So Prohibition Gastropub had to work quickly to get their patio up and running.
It wasn't our initial plan this year. We thought we would have a little bit more time to really dial it in.
In just 3 days, putting up 2 walls, installing heaters, and putting out socially distanced tables.
Really tried to make it warm and cozy, especially for the holiday.
So far, the patio has worked.
I mean, it's been very lucrative for us. I mean, I'm blessed. It's been crazy. We haven't had an opportunity to slow down.
It's allowed the restaurants to keep their staff working and customers happy.
People are loving it. Most people have been really, really patient.
Which is all that local restaurants can ask for right now. Patience and support from the community.
Yeah, we're all doing the best we can. Everybody is.
In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
Nicole, thank you. 8:14 now. Still ahead on Up with KREM, a Portland coffee shop is serving up a mean cup of coffee, but its baristas look a little different lately. After the break, a new kind of barista to serve customers safely.
Love Local, proudly sponsored by STCU. Spiceology went through a pivot. We made the decision that we needed to focus 100% of our energy on consumers. Love local means exactly what it says. It's supporting your local businesses and helping them grow, helping them create more jobs, and building a more vibrant Spokane and Inland Empire.
Live, learn, love local. Visit KREM.com for a local business directory and enter to win a gift card to a featured local business. STCU proudly sponsors Love Local.
At Chewy, we know the only thing that changes when bringing home a new pet is everything. And we're here with everything to help you on that journey. Whether it's finding the perfect bed for a new friend or giving them something personal to welcome them to the family. We can even help you find the perfect treat or food that makes you both smile. Chewy's got toys, treats, prescriptions, all the things you need to celebrate your new friend, delivered right to your door. Get great prices and fast free shipping. Visit Chewy.com today.
Trelegy for COPD.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
No matter how you got COPD, it's time to make a stand.
And I'm feeling
Start a new day with Trelegy. No once-daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trelegy. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy helps people breathe easier and improves lung function. It also helps prevent future flare-ups. Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. It's time to start a new day. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy and save at Trelegy.com.
We all know health insurance is great if you can use it. Through December 15th, you'll find more ways to live and stay well with new Cascade Care plans offering more care and services before reaching your deductible. Enroll at wahealthplanfinder.org.
You're watching Up with KREM.
Welcome back, 8:17 now. Well, a coffee shop in downtown Portland has a new team member helping provide contact-free drinks. Our sister station in Portland shows us how a robot is helping slow the spread of COVID-19.
Yes, I learned most of the English also from the coffee books because coffee is my passion.
That passion has won Joe Yang several U.S. coffee roasting championships.
So I wanted to have my own shop because I want the customer to try the coffee all from my hands and from my ideas.
Joe owned a coffee shop in China before opening NJ Coffee in downtown Portland 2 years ago. The shop offers a variety of coffee and specialty drinks.
Like this season, we have like Sichuan mocha, like a Shanghai breeze. We use all my hometown's ingredients, come with the coffee and give like special.
Things were going very well until the pandemic hit. Like most businesses, traffic dropped and worry set in.
For business side, I just thinking about I have to survive.
Joe, who was a computer science major in college, teamed up with several of his computer programming friends to come up with a way to keep customers and the business safe. The solution, a robotic barista arm programmed to make and safely serve coffee with no physical contact, limiting the spread of coronavirus. It takes a month for Joe and his friends to program and build each robot, which costs them $50,000 to make. The robot was in a testing phase back in May, but is now fully operational.
The governor just said that we have like a 4 weeks freezer. So I think it's perfect for coffee shop to keep survive. You know, just making coffee, serve the coffee by the robot. I think the no contact on that side I think is good for customers.
Customers can either download the app or order at a kiosk for coffee from the robot. He says, think of the robot barista as a helper, not a replacement.
But definitely, we still have a human barista. Yeah, because coffee shop cannot leave the barista.
Start making caramel latte for Joe.
As Oregon tries to keep the spread of the virus under control, you could start seeing the robot barista in more places, like here at Suite 20 downtown.
We put this module to there too, so that they can get contactless coffee there. Yeah.
While his head knows code, his heart knows coffee, and the robot barista is the perfect mixture of both.
maybe customer can feel my passion in my shop, and they trust my choice.
Joe is in talks with other Portland businesses to potentially bring a robot barista to a shop near you. For now, he is focusing on opening his second shop at this location in downtown Portland. You guessed it, complete with a robot barista. In downtown Portland, Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.
That's so incredibly cool. And Jen, I actually just looked it up. I used to live right down the street from where that coffee shop went into place, right next to Portland State University. That's where that NJ Coffee is. Kind of brings me back.
Are you sad you're missing out on the new robotic barista now?
You know, I kind of am, but being in Spokane and being able to support some of these local coffee shops here, I'm going to new ones all the time, and every single one I'm like, this is so cool. And everyone has its own unique flair, and I love it. Love it, love it.
Yeah, we've been trying to do our share and go to visit different local coffee shops here on the morning show.
Oh yeah, and I got one this morning. So huge thank you to the coffee shop this morning, Rebel 77. Absolutely amazing coffee, absolutely wonderful. Not even made by a robot, made by a real human. All right. Let's go ahead and let you know what's coming. Snoqualmie Pass looking at a significant amount of snow early on this morning, and the snow is starting to work its way in. We're seeing the clouds, we're seeing the moisture in the atmosphere, and here in the next hour, the snow does start. We have the chance of getting a little bit of rain here in the middle part of the day before we start to see a much drier weather pattern move in as we scoot on through the week. As the snow starts, the wind does as well. Strong gusty wind out of the south and southwest is going to help bump our temperatures up. We're already looking at temperatures hovering right around freezing, and even seeing a couple of those snowflakes coming down at Spokane International right now. And that's all associated with our storm scooting its way on in. And there's that front starting to work its way through. And notice it's really starting to work its way up Interstate 90 coming into Spokane here. We're going to see that spread in, so if you can, head out the door now. Snow comes down, even if it's not sticking, it always does something to the commute. Thickest snow around 9, starts to taper off by 9:30. 10 o'clock, it's starting to really wind down. And then as we get into the middle part of the day, maybe a stray rain shower, and that's about it before we really start clearing out once that ridge of high pressure starts building its way back into the inland northwest. All said and done, less than an inch of snow on the ground, and with temperatures really starting to rise as we get into the afternoon, expect all the snow to really melt. If you don't have snow now, you're not going to have it later on this afternoon.
This year has been one of the toughest we've ever faced here in the inland northwest, but you stepped up and made Tom's Turkey Drive a success.
This is so much appreciated.
Thank you to everyone who made a donation so our tradition at Thanksgiving could continue. Thank you to all of our sponsors and our partners at Second Harvest.
We know there's a lot of need, but also thanks to the community, thanks to KREM.
Happy Thanksgiving!
11,000 families will gather at the
And now it's
table
like,
this year
and
and have
like
at least one
right before
thing
it
to be
dies, it
thankful
gets
for.
super staticky.
And that's your
Which is
donation.
always good when you're trying to like
Holiday
think
magic
and
is allowed
ad-lib
at River
and
Park
talk
Square.
and
I'm like,
listen to
oh,
static.
no. Like right when we were talking, I was like, it is really staticky. It's not going to make it through weather.
Small moments.
And I was like, and I have a
Decadent
heart out.
treats.
This is not going to happen.
Photos with Santa Claus. Hand-selected gifts. And lasting memories that can't be replaced. Visit riverparksquare.com to plan your day in downtown Spokane, including Santa reservations and safe shopping tips. Happy holidays.
Life's always better when someone you trust
Hold on.
is
I would have to almost look at my map to
Thinking
figure
of
this
switching
out.
Medicare plans?
There's a Rocket
Cross is
Bakery
always
right
in the
next to me,
now,
where our
moving more
Airbnb
corners
is.
than ever.
And that one was pretty
The
cool.
majority of caring local doctors already part of our network.
Yeah, because you're on Lower South Hill now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what Rocket Bakery you're talking about.
I've done.
Have you gone to
National
Rockwood
Blue Cross
Bakery?
Blue Shield
No.
Association.
They all have
Our
the same
affordable
names.
Medicare
They're
Advantage
different.
plans
There's
provide
Rockwood
all-in-one
Bakery,
coverage
which is
with monthly
a little bit
plan
up the hill. If you go
premiums
up on
as low
Grand,
as
it's like on
$0
18th.
and
And
valuable
then there's that
extras
Rocket
like dental
Bakery, which
vision,
is, I think, the one you're talking about on 14th.
Grand and
an
okay,
over-the-counter
okay.
benefit.
And then I've done
Silver and Fit live online
the Meeting House, done
Discover
that.
how Medicare and
I
you
got a
are
coffee
better
at the
together
shop.
with Premier Blue Cross.
Love the
Get
shop.
your free Medicare enrollment kit
Brandon, and
today.
then I tried that one you were
800-266-1400
recommending. I don't remember that one,
or visit
but it was on the north side. It
PrimeraMedicare.com.
was a roastery. Really liked that one.
When should you wear a mask?
Vessel,
Anytime
yeah.
you're with someone you don't live with, even family and friends.
Really?
When should you practice physical distancing?
Ladder coffee. What's
Anytime
ladder?
you're
I've never
with
been to a
someone you
ladder.
don't live with, even when they seem healthy. When should you keep gathering small? Anytime you're with
Okay.
someone you don't live with, even when you're outside.
Oh,
Thanks
cool.
for doing your part to stop
Crazy.
COVID-19. Wear a mask, spread out, keep gathering small. Every time.
8:25 now. Welcome back to Up with KREM. We're tracking breaking news now. Washington State Patrol is reporting a multi-car crash on Highway 395 near the Adams County line. This is new in the past 10 minutes. WashDOT tweeted out this map. They say to use caution and expect delays in that area. Of course, we want to bring in Jeremy now. Of course, we've been watching this line of snow or maybe rain along I-90, but what are we looking at in that area?
Yeah, you know, snow's already working its way in and expected to last another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours by the time it winds down. Crews have done a great job of getting out ahead of this storm, and later on this afternoon, it's all going to melt as temperatures climb up to near 40 degrees. But in the interim, just take it a little bit slower as snow continues to fall.
All right, Jeremy, thank you so much. Well, this morning we do want to get a look at the top 3 stories of the day. But first, let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. Well, Cougar football Saturday is moving to Sunday. Leaders push back the Washington State University of Southern California football game due to COVID. It's to ensure USC players in quarantine can play. WSU also canceled its last 2 games due to a COVID-19 outbreak. Now the matchup was originally set for this Friday, but now kickoff Sunday is set for 6 p.m. Meanwhile, tonight the Seahawks take on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Hawks won all 6 of the last matchups with the team. Several players will be back from injuries, including running back Chris Carson. Kickoff is set for 5:15. We'll be following up with the game right here on KREM 2 tonight at 10 and 11. And a real-life Grinch. His gloves even match the Grinch. Stole about 50 Christmas trees from a Spokane hardware store. This video is from the River Ridge Hardware. It shows someone in a black puffy coat stealing the trees. Spokane police say it happened early last Friday. Employees now ask anyone with information to come forward. Well, today is Cyber Monday, and this morning we want to know, where will you be doing your holiday shopping? You can text us at 509-448-2000. Couple people responding this morning. I shop by mail from Swiss Colony based in Minnesota, Amazon, and then another person writing they're making gifts this year. So thanks so much for texting those in. And still to come, from salesman to starting NFL quarterback, the incredible story from the Denver Broncos is coming up here on the CW22. And that's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.